Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to be showing you my $200 budget gaming PC benchmarks. First I'm going to start off with the specs. I purchased an HP XW4600 for just under $100 off of eBay. The specs includes a Core 2 Quad processor at 3.0 GHz, 4 gigs of DDR2 RAM, a Seagate 500 gig 7200 RPM hard drive, a 475 watt power supply, which I replaced with a 750 watt power supply by PC Power and Cooling. That was purchased for $15 from Craigslist. And then it has an NVIDIA FX 1700, but I ended up replacing that with an HD 7950 3 gig card by PowerColor for around $90. You may be able to get an even better price than that. And lastly, I'm using an X-Star 1440p Korean monitor, which is not included in the price as this is just a desktop. So all in all, it was about $200. First game I tried was Far Cry 3. Ended up getting a max frame rate of 52, an average of about 38, and a minimum of 14. This was tested at the Ultra preset for 1440p. Next was Crysis 2. I played this game on high. I was able to get a max of 53, an average of 35, and a minimum of 21. And Skyrim, I was able to get, playing at max settings, I was able to get 64 frames for the max, 54 for the average, and 12 for the minimum. Skyrim has a max frame rate of 60 though because of having VSync automatically enabled, and the 12 frame rate was from when I walked into one of the cities, and so it dropped down for that. Max Payne 3 looks like it played very well. We had a very high max frame rate of 285. The average was 76 and a minimum of 42. It stayed pretty close to 60 frames per second at almost all times, so this game is extremely playable at the 1440p at the max settings. Witcher 2, I ended up playing on medium settings so I could get a better frame rate. I don't suggest playing it on any higher than that because there were a couple of frame rate dips in the higher settings. So the max was 58, an average was about 48, and a minimum was 37. Saints Row the Third, on high settings I was able to get 60 frames for the max, 41 for the average, and 27 for the minimum. BioShock Infinite, this computer handled it very well, getting a max of 80 frames, an average of almost 51, and a minimum of 24. This was on the ultra settings as well, just maxed out. Minecraft, I know this is a game that everyone would probably be asking about. It's not really that intensive, so the frame rates ended up being fairly high. 227 was a max, and 108 was an average, and 64 was a minimum. This was just an unmodded vanilla Minecraft. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I ended up playing it on medium settings. It was limited by the CPU, so any changes for the graphics to go to high does not really have a huge frame rate difference, but regardless, I was able to get 64 frames for the max, about 40.5 for an average, and 25 for a minimum. So it was very playable and the game looked excellent. Anyway, that's all I have for benchmarks for this video. Thanks for watching guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.